Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I come to continue to discuss. I wasn't going to do it today. I was feeling like not really so good. Some days are more difficult than others, but I'm called to come back. I wanted to say that this dark matrix, this very oppressive reality that we're forced to live in is really is this confinement and all fake pandemic, everything about that, and all those draconian program is really on its last breath. They're really on respirator. They've been feeding on the fear of humanity for so long, and now humanity is awakening. They're desperate, and so they really do not know how to feed themselves because there is not enough fear to alimент them. So they're really throwing everything they have in the battle. But in truth, God is in charge, and divinity is the divinity and the spiritual hierarchies that is in charge, and the ascended masters, and so there is a higher plane, there is a higher plan at work. So do not be confused by all those things that are going on within the Earth's plane. In order to receive more assistance and communication from the higher planes, we need to match frequency. We need to elevate our frequency. It is not possible to tune into a radio station where you don't turn in the dial. So you have to tune in the frequency, and then the communication will flow. For everybody from the higher plane wants to communicate. And so understanding also, we come from the great central sun, but as we descended through the dimension, we left a part of our consciousness with more shadows, more separation, and then eventually we moved into this physical world, and there was some then the fear appeared, and the sense of loss, and we lost consciousness. So we need to find the source within to discharge as we look into the light, we look into the source within, the shadows will disappear. For our light it's been surrounded by shadows. And so, those shadows will disappear as we turn towards the heart and the source. It's important to a lot of people ask me to comment on the world of politics that is going on, but it's very much about the commenting on the shadows inside the cavern of Plato, for it is all part of a great show, an illusion. It is not the light of the sun. For those who do not know, the cavern of Plato, typed up on the internet, on YouTube, you'll know it's very short, but it explains the whole program of reality. It was already going on 2,500 years ago, although it's more intense now. But it is all about an illusion. The earth is an illusion. It is not the light of the sun. We want to return to understanding there is a greater plan at work, the love of God. Everything is commanded from on high, and it's been orchestrated for this liberation that will soon come. So we do want to let go of the need for validation externally, because then because the more we need this validation externally, the more insecurity is being created inside. There's a great void that is being created, of fear. So we want to be comfortable, and also it's like as soon as you express your inner self to someone who's not aligned and attuned to your own frequency and energy, they will put sticks in your wheels. They will create obstacles. So just rely on your inner self as much as possible. And so for we're really, and I really feel like there's going to be some very, very powerful change that are coming. It's like, although this equinox is like there's a great deal of doubts that can come in, and fear, and all kinds of things. The past is purification, the present is the light, and the future will be communication. What we're working on now is the choice. It is not always easy to make the choice to stay in the light and the joy when we're confronted with doubts. But the outcome will be a triumph. So the triumph of the light, the triumph of freedom, of joy, of abundance. And so for some days are much harder than others, as I was pushed into like some very dark, the realization that in my life, I used to have an amazing life, socially, romantically, professionally, creatively, and now everything is gone, everything has been removed. And yet Spirit says that everything will be returned in a much greater form. So I have to trust that, trust your higher self, trust that everything is just what it is, and has to be accepted for what it is, in order to know that better things are coming. And so for when I feel in doubts, I feel like, well, I'm looking forward to my afterlife, where I'll be able to review all this amazing life that I've lived, and see the ins and outs of things. So, because when we stress, we turn away the true potential of what is possible. We need to turn off the mind and relax the body. It is quite essential. Also, when I talk about addiction are challenges. They're like sticky substance. But we want to, if we need, you need. Everybody has addiction. The first addiction is sugar. We have it before we are born. We're already addicted to sugar. But those are the most addiction are cellular memories. So you got to find new habits. Seek help if you need. You can do hypnosis or all kinds of things to assist you. But if we do not overcome an addiction and we die with the addiction, we will come back and pick it up again until we actually achieve the freedom by ourselves. So they're just challenges. They're very little tiny things, but they feel really big. They feel overwhelming. But there's like, as soon as we become aware of a beliefs, then we can change it and we can just persevere. And it is the same thing when every day we pick up the program. When we sleep, when we wake up in the morning, we pick up the same program we were in the day before, and the same thing with lifetime. And we're at the end of a lifetime, it's kind of like in Indian philosophy, it's like every incarnation is just a sketch for the future one. Every day is a sketch for the next day. And so just use this day as well as possible and make little steps, go little by little, and have no judgment or culpability in relationship to any form of addiction. For it is just something to overcome and to ask spirit to free you from that and create new habits, to create new surrounding, to do what you can. Have no for everybody has different kinds of addictions and some way or another. And so I wanted to also to discuss the idea of the Christ consciousness. This is really what we should seek to achieve. The Christ consciousness is unity, unconditional love, and unconditional forgiveness. It is a very powerful. It is the essence of mastery. But Jesus was not the first being in this universe to master the Christ consciousness. He came here and became the Christ, became the model of the Christ. But this is much older models. It was revealed that he was the first models that was developed on Christ consciousness, love, unconditional unity, and unconditional forgiveness, was a Merlin model of sort, 13 million years ago in the Sirius star system. It was during the galactic wars. They were trying to find this solution to those great wars that lasted for millions of years. Then it took another 9 million years, 8.5 million years after that to be fully implemented and find this settlement, this peace. So also wanted to talk about, I'm going to pull a few cards. So it's like this Christ consciousness is really what we seek to become, to involve ourselves, and the highest wisdom is the higher power. It's how to work with those higher power, to work with our Creator, to work with God, to work with our inner source, the inner light, with our guides, with the archangels, the ascended masters, the angels, to really become connected to this force that will allow us to create a greater flow. For it is within the divinity that things can change. It is not by addressing things on the physical plane. It comes from within. It is the God inside that will free the way. It is like sometimes I'm tempted to move things on the global scale, to move little pieces on the checkboard. Or to break a domino that will fail the other dominoes. But God brings me back to my own life and says, well, whenever He's ready, He will do that. Everything will come into place. For now, there's still this program of cleansing as we move towards the equinox. It's very a powerful time to release. And so what we need to understand is is the house cleaning, spring cleaning. It's really, we need to continue to purify ourselves, to do this spring cleaning. What we need to do is make peace, to be an acceptation, to make peace, to relax our body, to turn off the mind if necessary. And the outcome will be going in circle. We're going to be going in circle as long as we do not get the essence of what we need to get, is to connect, to do this inner connection. And then the strong foundations are being created. Although we do not know, we're progressing. We are progressing. We are making step forwards. For this, the sun is going to move into Aries. It's going to be a new solar cycle, a new energy, a new spring. The sun is going. And so and Saturn is in Aquarius, so we need structure. We need structure and freedom. And then there is Uranus in Taurus, which is like unexpected financial good news. And so, although the world is gonna the world may be face to face with this with some economical problem. Will there still be some all kinds of actions? You want to tune into the possibility for personal freedom, and then there may be some good unexpected news that comes always. And but take care of yourself. I would recommend not to be selfish, but to assist others, to be sensitive to the world. But when you're not here to save the world, you need to liberate yourself, to find your own freedom. Then the world will follow on that level. because we come from a sphere that is pure, that is divine, that is the agape, the divine love, that is light. And then we chose to come into this world that is impure, that is heavy. I'm talking about the world of man. I'm not talking about the earth herself, which is a pure divinity, the Gaia. And Gaia is as a sister, this Mother Gaia as a sister. It's Lady Venus. It's a matriarchal society that's really near us, that's very anchored. It's got all kinds of anchorage on the planet. And there's a very advanced civilization that lives on Venus, inside Venus, of 20 billion souls, and matriarchal society. And they will be initiating the light body of the earth. But you can already connect. We all been there. We all had incarnation on Venus before we came here. Because the scientists, they're looking for microscopic life forms on other galaxies when they don't realize there's a very advanced civilization full of love and wisdom right near us. But we need to match our frequency before we can start communicating. So elevate your thoughts, elevate your mind. Always. Well, I'm going to sing a song, and to finish, it's a song that went through my mind. It's the first time I sing it. It's an old song from 1964. It goes like this. I want you back again. I want your love again. I know you find it hard to reason with me, but this time it's different. Darling, you see, you got to tell me you coming back to me. You got to tell me you coming back to me. You got to tell me you coming back to me. You said we're through before. You walked out on me before. I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to know. This time you're different and determined to go. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. I wait as the days go by. I long for the nights to go by. I hear a knock on my door that never comes. I hear the telephone that hasn't rung. You got tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. It's a bit tentative. The card of the day is the 3 of Ariel. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Thank you for listening, for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I might do a few of those more. It's the 3 of Ariel. Do what you love. Professional and artistic evolution. Working in team and cooperate. It's important to realize that we want to work on ourselves, but we also want to work with others. We want to cooperate, for it is by the collective creation that we're going to change the world. And even our personal project, we all need each other to co-create together, as well as to co-create with the invisible kingdoms that is always available to us. So continue to elevate your frequency and tune in to the heart, to your own inner sun, to this inner sunlight, and let go a little bit of all the drama dramas that are going on. There is no need to understand all the ins and outs. Just be contemplative and let the revelation come into your existence, the true reality. And then as we do that, we tune into this divine love and light, and we increase our frequency. The higher planes will receive the message and will be able to bring the changes that we need. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.